So is that how you got into your other line of work?
What other line? Oh, my stripper joke?
It was a joke. I thought you were being serious. Yeah.
No, I was definitely joking.
Okay, I hope so.
Oh
Wow. And then like there's so much pressure just to do well and not to mess up. I think sometimes we put unnecessary pressure on ourselves. That's the over.
But it's because we don't prepare.
Mm-hmm. You think that's
you know
what
I mean?
is?
If you don't prepare yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you're never going to be ready for any opportunity that comes, regardless of how good you may think you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You have to prepare. So that involves education, that involves studying exactly what it is that you want to do. It involves arriving on time or even early just to make sure in case of anything. That happened to me one time as far as who I've worked with. So I was working with Christina Milian, right? And I think I had worked really late the night before. And let me tell you, I got up so late. And then I was like, okay, I can do this. And I was living in Brampton at the time. And she was all the way downtown. So I had to drive from Brampton to downtown in traffic.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be there for 9.
What time did you get there?
10.
Okay. I thought you were going to say
The whole entire
No,
hour.
but that's still kind of bad though because it's of who she is. You know what I mean?
She was so understanding, and she ended up even calling me back after that.
Wow.
But at the same time,
That's
it's
favorite
like,
still.
right, it is. You see what I'm saying?
Like, seriously,
It's favorite. But at the same time, it's just like, you got to be prepared. Like, I made sure that if it was another job, I was not late.
But like, were you late because you're working hard the last night?
Yeah, I mean, that attributed to it. But I mean, if you really want something, it doesn't matter. If you have 15 minutes of sleep or 15
That's what
hours,
I was gonna say. Like,
you're gonna get up and get it.
Is it hard to balance this stuff sometimes? Like with everything going on, client after client, job after job, is it hard for you guys?
It becomes a rhythm. Your body does get tired.
Yeah.
But
what about yourself? Do you ever get overwhelmed with all the work you have to do sometimes? How do you handle that? Where you don't?
Honestly, I will sit down and I'll just play some music. Most likely it's like usually gospel music, and I'm like, God, please, because like it's funny, like you said, we're born the same day, and I obviously we're opposites, because if I can't handle something, I literally just start to cry. But it's like crying because it's like I'm angry, because I'm just like, I should be able to do this. But honestly, I found that of lately I'm starting to be able to handle more pressure than before. Like before, no. As soon as like I crack under pressure, like my heart starts racing. I feel like I'm gonna faint. Like I can't handle it. Now it's more like, okay, calm down. I just kind of like pace my breath. I'm like, okay, I can do this, and I just do it.
I want to say something, but I don't want to offend.
No, say it. It's too late.
Sure? Like people,
it
is too late.
I'm already offended.
It is not even. It's not you. It's just like I've always wondered why most people are like that. In terms of like, I understand like things get crazy to a point, but to a point where like you have to cry. Like I'm the type of person where if something's out of my control, I don't even stress over it at all. As much as I want things to be perfect, everything also.
Like I'm one of those people. Like if you really, really piss me off and I start to cry, like move. Because like
you black out, yeah?
I will black out. So I'm one of those people that I'll watch a movie and I'll cry. I'm just really emotional. I cry watching movies. I cry when I'm happy, and I cry when I'm upset. So you never know if like, oh my gosh, she's happy, or my God, no, she's pissed. But if I'm crying and I'm upset, I want to generally like bash your face into the ground. You know, but I'm crying because I can't let it out.
I want to invite you to an encounter.
Like, that's kind of scared me a little bit. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, but I never like I will never act. I will never act on it. But like if I'm crying when I'm angry, like I'm like, oh my God, like I really just want to be able to express how upset I am, and I just cry and then I get over it. But like for me,
but you get over it as soon as you cry.
I get over things like you can literally do me so dirty, and my weakness is I will forgive you. And I mean, it's not a weakness because that's what we're supposed to do, but I'll forgive you. So I'll cry, I'll be upset, but I'll forgive you right after that.
Okay,
but
serious?
the tears have to come out first.
Okay,
if the tears don't come out, then I don't know if I'm gonna forgive you, because then it's not genuine. But if I cry, then you know, like I genuinely am upset about something or I'm happy. But that's just honestly, since I was a baby, I just cry for everything.
Okay, so what's the hardest part about the job that you do
now?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say it's the non-consistent income.
With the pay. I was gonna ask if you guys ever missed a payday before, like.
Yeah, I miss a payday all the time. Before I used to get paid, like I said, every single week. Now it's just like it's paid per project. So if I'm not working on a project, then I'm not leaving my house because I'm not gonna leave my. And I love to go out. Like I love to go out and eat. And if I know that I'm gonna go out and I'm not gonna, I'm not leaving my house.
Yeah. So. Yeah. What about you? What's the hardest thing in your job, in your field? I guess when you're starting, because now it's picked up.
Oh yeah. I'm good now. It was the hardest thing.
The time when it was starting. Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, it's more so just time management. Like it's crazy because if you don't have clients, like you don't make money.
Exactly.
But like managing your time so I can take on like new projects and stuff like that. That's been a challenge, or
So what do you guys say to someone who wants to start or wants to do what you guys are doing? Because everybody wants to own their own business, but nobody wants to miss a payday. Nobody wants to work as hard. To be honest, I have someone here a couple of episodes ago. I don't remember who exactly, but I sat down and thought to myself, I'm like, yo, is life actually supposed to be this hard? We're supposed to scrape for every paycheck until we make it, where we have to do this and do that and like work our asses off just to get a paycheck, and then still be in debt, still pay this bill, still do that, still do this. What do you guys say to someone who's trying to get into, I guess, entrepreneurship, if that's what I can call it?
Trust in the Lord. I'm just joking. Actually, no.
Yeah. I think you should do that.
No, that is, but and it's, oh my God, this is such a very touchy comment. To be honest, this is something that I always say. I feel like everybody just looks at entrepreneurship and thinks, oh my God, I don't want to work for anybody. I'm just become an entrepreneur. What's your business plan? I don't know. I just want to become an entrepreneur because I can just work for myself. If it's not something that's a desire of your heart and that God has given you the vision to do not do it. I realize everybody wants the easy quote unquote way out, and they think by me selling a shirt, or by me selling this, or by me getting into hair, and I know that I'm not the best hairdresser, I can make money. But if it's something that you're passionate about, do not pursue it unless it's something that you're willing to put your blood, sweat, and tears into, and you're gonna give 100. Don't do it because everyone is doing it. Because then it's going to be, you're wasting your time, you're wasting other people's time.
Wasting money, like
exactly. And that's something that really upsets me, is that now everybody wants to become a business owner, and it's something that they really want to do. It's just, I don't want to work at my job anymore. I'm
sick of it. Can you blame them though?
Yes. I can't blame them.
You didn't want to work at your job too, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, the things that I do are stuff that I went to school for and stuff that I've always been into. So like, I can show pictures of me doing like what I'm doing now from years ago. A lot of people they're not into fashion, but they want to become a designer. Anybody can go on a Chinese website, buy Triliko shirt and say they're a fashion designer. Sorry, the pato had to come out. I almost got upset for a second. But if it's something that you're passionate about, for me, do not do it unless you're willing to put everything into it. And it's something that you're committed to. If it's not your passion, don't do it. The end.
You have any 2 cents to say?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. I mean, know yourself. That's the first thing that I would say. Like when you're going into entrepreneurship, know yourself. If you do not like being around people, I can speak for my industry, but across the board, if you don't like people, don't bother, because you're gonna have to deal with a bunch of different personalities. Decide whether you want to just work for yourself or you want to be a boss, because it's two totally.
There's a difference?
There is a difference.
What's the difference?
The difference is like working for yourself, you can do freelance work and you have like, people contract you to do things. But if you want to be a boss, meaning you have actual employees, you're going to have to manage them, manage their attitudes, manage, you know what I mean? It's 2 different scenarios. So just understand exactly what your business is, where you want it to go, and how you want it to go. Also, get a mentor. Get a business mentor and a mentor in your field.
I feel like a lot of people skip that step.
They do. They skip that step.
Yeah.
And it's so essential because there's like, I'm creative, right? So I can vibe with the creative, but when it comes to like talking dollars and cents and trying to expand my business, like you really can't help me. We could brainstorm on how to make the next big thing, but how are we going to get there financially? And
did you have a mentor? when you first started?
There were people that I looked up to. There were people that I could call for, you know, to ask questions. But I think that was something that I didn't really focus on having. I didn't have the time. You know what I mean? I studied under a lot of great people for sure. But
then again, how do you even go to someone and be like, because people are busy, right?
Yeah.
If I wanted to become a hairdresser and I'm like, yo, can you mentor me? What would be your honest answer if I said that to you right now? Like, because you don't have intern?
Yeah, like come in and say, honestly, Aisha, I really love the way that you work. I want to study under you. All right, bless. Go sweep my floor.
For free.
For free.
That's crazy.
And that's the thing though. You see, I find like with a lot of younger people now, they don't want to put that work in. Like working for free can get you into some doors. When I tell you doors, doors. And people don't want to do that. Oh, how much are you going to pay me?
But then again, I say it again. Can you blame them? Only because like we live in Canada, man. Like,
but what does that mean?
We got bills to pay.
Yeah, but that's all across the board. There's people in New York. Like you could look at Myleek Teal, and I think her name is Carlene Roy. You know, and even some of my friends that intern for Def Jam, that's free. That's free work. You know, but it got them into some crazy doors.
And if you do a good enough job, like,
exactly. And look, now Carlene Roy, she's working for, I think it's like Rick Ross and Migos and all those people, you know, but she had to start, you have to start somewhere. And a lot of the times it's not going to include a dollar sign. The knowledge that you get from just volunteering your time and the connections that you make, you know what I mean, is worth more than maybe the $300 you're gonna make for the week.
Yeah, sure. Were you guys scared when you first started though? When you first started off your business, like going into it, like she said, she missed payments. Yo, I like this mentality, yo. No time to be scared. Listen, yo, yeah, I like that.
Money has to make. You don't have time to be, you know, scared money don't make no money.
Scared money don't make no money. I like that. But you know what? You got to tell that to the young people in this generation, because I know a whole bunch of people want to start.